Viltrumites are inherently unique beings. In addition to possessing immense strength, they exhibit remarkable regenerative capabilities that enable them to survive injuries that would typically be fatal. Based on what we have observed in the comics, they appear virtually indestructible. Despite facing circumstances that should have led to their demise, they have repeatedly proven their resilience. For instance, when Conquest engaged in a battle with Invincible, sustaining severe injuries that would have been fatal for most, he persisted in combat. Even when Adam Eve unleashed an energy blast that severely burned Conquest's skin, a wound that would deter most fighters from continuing, he pushed through without faltering. Moreover, Invincible relentlessly headbutted Conquest to the point of flattening his head, essentially crushing his skull, including his brain, an action that should have been lethal. Can you believe it? He actually survived. In a matter of days, his skull and brain had fully regenerated, leaving him completely healed as if the incident hadn't occurred. Just weeks later, he was back in fighting shape. It turns out Viltrumites are a uniquely resilient bunch. Another notable example of this toughness is Invincible, who managed to keep on going even after being impaled in the stomach. His intestines were protruding from the wound, but he miraculously pulled through without any medical assistance. His father, Omni-Man, skillfully repositioned the intestines, dressed the wound, and they sustained him with liquids from slain creatures. Surprisingly, within a few weeks, Invincible made a full recovery, and his abdomen showed no signs of ever being injured. Invincible later engaged Thrag in combat within the sun, despite being burnt like barbecue meat in the process. Remarkably, he fully recovered from the intense burns within a few weeks, displaying no visible scarring. Debates regarding whether Viltrumites possess regenerative capabilities or simply accelerated healing persist, yet it is evident that they indeed boast regenerative powers. This quality accounts for their ability to endure the extreme challenges outlined in the video. However, their regenerative process is relatively slow, necessitating days, weeks, or even months to fully mend their injuries. Their resilience allows them to survive almost any harm, making them exceptionally challenging to defeat. Nevertheless, their regenerative capacity has its limits. While they can recover from injuries as long as their limbs remain intact, they cannot regenerate lost organs or limbs. Hence, decapitation or damage to their heart would likely result in a fatal outcome. Similarly, splitting them into two parts could also lead to their demise. After watching the video and getting this far, it's clear that you're enjoying it, so be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.